If you're struggling to help students who are behind in math, you're going to need an understanding of how concepts connect across grade levels. I know you've heard about spiraling curriculum and scaffolding before, but I'm about to show you something a little different. A free tool that actually maps out every connection in math. As an educator with over 10 years of experience, I've seen countless teachers struggle to figure out exactly where their intervention needs to start. Here's what most teachers get wrong: they jump into grade level intervention without understanding that precise foundational approach to their skills. We need to think about what foundations these students have. If they're coming in with gaps, those gaps happen somewhere. So we need to think through where those gaps happened. Did they happen in second grade? Did they happen in third grade? Was a teacher out for a month and they only had a sub? Did a teacher resign? Maybe they had a teacher that had some family issues, so they couldn't be around for a certain amount of time, finish the school year, what have you. All these things can happen, but what we want to focus on is, where did they happen? And it's hard to figure that out. You can't just ask a student where your gaps are. You got to figure it out for them. So when we're thinking about intervention, we need to be thinking about the foundations. You can't build on a rocky foundation, or it's pretty difficult to do so. Going back to that analogy about building a house. So we're repairing a house. Let's say there's a crack coming down the wall, right? You might want to check out what's going on with the foundation of that house before just patching up the crack or filling the hole. So you want to think about what is being built upon these skills that we're now seeing students that are not being successful with the grade level content. What's missing? So now I'm going to show you the Achieve the Core's coherence maps, one of my favorite tools for math. It's going to really transform how you support struggling students. Okay, so let's take a look at the coherence map. The website is called achievethecore.org. Here is the website. So you're going to go up to classroom resources to the right, then on the upper right, and then you're going to come down to coherence map. You're then going to select coherence map, get started. Okay, watch this. So let's say you have a fifth grader, he's struggling with division comparisons, okay? I'm gonna select fifth grade here. That's a number in operations type of problem. And it instantly maps out, a little bit. It instantly maps out all the clusters, okay? All the major clusters in the grade level. All right, this is it for fifth grade. And then it shows you can map out the standards, okay? So for this student, let's say that he had some issues with decimals. Well, just to make it easier, let's just take a look at if he had an issue with this standard, 5nbt.a.1. So this is for recognizing that a multi-digit number, digit one place represents 10 times as much as it represents in the place to its right. So 1/10 of what it represents in its place to the left. So it's just basically understanding place value, that 10 ones is going to give you 110, and 10 tens is going to give you 100. 100 tens is going to give you 1,000. So each place value is a multiple of 10, and the lower place value, I'm using incorrect math language here. The other place value would be 1/10 of that place value to its left or right, whatever. Anyways, the point is that it shows this standard, but it also shows where it's connected. So you see how the standard is connected to several standards here. So these fourth grade standards feed into this standard, okay? Now, if your student is struggling with this standard here, you might have to look over here. You get an idea of what they can do or can't do here. I would actually probably assess the student, right, on these standards to get an idea of what might be missing when they may not have the building blocks necessary here. You see 1, 2, 3, 4 different standards that show up in this. And if you can go a little bit deeper, so you can check out the fourth grade standards, you can see what standards flow into those. So let me go back. Let me actually click this one. And we see directly that this fourth grade standard is directly reliant on the second grade one. Okay. So it all starts here. This is the foundation of that fifth grade standard. This is the first thing they need to know to be successful with that fifth grade standard we just looked at right here. There's a fourth grade standard they need to know. But to even be successful with this fourth grade standard, they're going to need to see some success here with the second grade one. So it gives you a great idea of what foundational skills kids need to be successful with what you're teaching them. It also shows you why they're going to need them in the future for the next grade level. So if we're looking at a fifth grader again, and we're trying to figure out, okay, what does this feed into? This is a fifth grade skill. This feeds into a few sixth grade skills here, and a fifth grade measurement skill. All right, so it could feed into a skill they're still going to learn that year. So that's something to think about. And it also could be something for the future as well. Now, they also come with some great examples here. They have example tasks for each standard. So you can get a feel for what these standards is describing. It also shows you can download an example task card. So this is the whole like written out. It's a little bit deeper. And it's all from They're all from illustrative mathematics. There it is. They're all from illustrative mathematics. So that's something to know. But so if you use a different curriculum like Eureka, you do want to be aware of that. Now they do touch on the progressions here. And this is the progression document. It's very lengthy. Great document though, but very lengthy. It explains all for the different parts of math, the 4 areas of math. So next time, then the focus, and if you haven't seen this before, this is also from Achieve the Core, and they map out the major supporting and additional clusters for whatever grade level. So in the green, we have the major clusters, the blue are supporting, and the yellow circles are additional. And over here, it shows the major works of the grade too. So that's some great information as well. Okay. So next time you have a struggling student, you want to find that target standard in whatever they're struggling with in class. You need to check for what are the foundational standards related to that standard, right? Probably want to do a quick assessment using those prerequisite skills that you found that are foundational for that grade level skill that they're having trouble with. Then you can build your intervention based on those assessment results. Let me know in the comments if you'd like me to go over other ways you can use this tool for differentiation in the classroom and beyond.